All right, so let me share my screen. I don't expect so many persons to be available this morning, but so far so good. We are almost at full capacity. Let me share my screen. You can off your
You can
camera, it's not
off your.
needed. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, one thing I'll just give a little advice before we get into the chat. Um, most of the time, technical analysis is not really the problem. The problem is not technical analysis. You already know, or a lot of persons already know what to do on the chart. But the problem is when to do it. And that is where patience comes in. I always preach it. Most of the problems that you think are psychological problem are just lack of accurate skills and lack of what we call patience. Now, patience is very, very important in trading. In fact, it is one of the most important thing you need to learn in trading. And that is why this SLK is should I call it perfect for those that are still struggling with the way to go about that. Now, one thing you should also know that because because you understand the strategy and know how to apply it does not mean that losses will not come. Now, the reason I'm showing you this class now is because of uh, the loss on GBP and the loss on GBP and how we could have avoided it. Now, the best trader you know, or the best trader that you are going to know in this world, they take losses. Losses is inevitable in trading. Now, the difference between profitable ones and those that are not profitable are those that are able to manage their losses. Now, when I mean manage their losses, they are able to reduce their losses to the barest minimum. Now, trading is basically um you being able to maximize on opportunities available in the market and minimize your risk to the lowest level. You cannot prevent it. It's not possible. Mhm. Everybody I know, they take losses. I'm sure you agree with that. Everyone take losses. But the difference is that there are some losses that is very much avoidable. For example, the loss of GBP NZD, this very pair, that loss is very, very much avoidable. If only I followed the process the way I have always preached you to follow it. And I will explain the reason. I will explain what happened. And as I will always tell you, because I have a buy setup, does not mean that you should cancel your sell setup. It just shows that you lack conviction in your end. And when you lack conviction in your trading, it's going to be a problem for you and not for me. I'm good with trading, no doubt, but that does not mean that losses will not come. I'm not the best trader in the world. Now, losses will come as a result of uh, probably I neglect some parts. Sometimes it could be something I cannot even explain. Because there are sometimes when I'll take a loss And when you ask me, I'll just tell you that, to be honest, I have no idea unless I have to do a proper study, and sometimes even with that study, I'll still not be able to find out what caused that loss. Those ones are acceptable. But losses as what happened on GBP is they are avoidable. And if you have the knowledge, like if you have the knowledge of what I've been teaching you, if you've been studying it, then you should not be taking that loss with me. Should not be taking that loss with me. Now, I could say that that loss was as a result of an oversight, probably something I did not pay attention to. Mr. Modesty, are you sleeping? You can off your camera. So there are some times whereby losses comes as a result of a neglect or um lack of attention in some aspect that I'm supposed to pay attention to. Now, these are excusable. When I say excusable, because humans like me and you, we are imperfect, so mistakes are bound to happen. It's not like I don't know how to trade or I don't know what I'm doing. They are just mistake, and those mistake, they are something that I would have been able to avoid. And then because you take a loss does not mean that you are a bad trader. You know, because you take a loss does not mean that you are a bad trader. Because you ended the week on a loss or the week was bad for you does not also mean that you are a bad trader. And because you end the week on a profitable side does not also mean you are a good trader. What makes one good or bad is what we know as the consistency. Once you become consistent, you're able to say, okay, even if I end this my week in loss, I'm not going to end the month in loss. Next week we'll go again. Next week I'm going to get set up that will cover for the losses I took during the week. So that is how to know a good trader. Not because you took a loss or you made a win, it does not define the kind of trader you are. So let's just use 5 minutes to look at what really happened um with the GBP NZD. Now I'll take you back to how I got that analysis. So now I'll be fair with you. I actually did something I was not supposed to do. I actually did something I was not supposed to do. Now, and I'm also going to show you something that may be missing from your trading since then. So now, this was someone actually sent this trade idea to me. The guy trade CROT where. So this was what happened though. This was that it came. So if you go to the line chart, you are going to see that we add a most recent break of structure to the upside here, Abby.
Yes.
So based on weekly, we had the most recent break of structure to the upside. Now, somebody that actually sent it to me based on this weekly time frame. Now, after that, then this one happened. Let me remove this. This low was gone. The person trade CROT. He trade CROT. So this low was gone. When price took out that low, price rejected off this key level. Abina.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
based on CROT model, price is supposed to come for this high or at least here will be the TP1. Here will be the TP1. Those that trade CROT. Now, I'm not fully into CROT, but when it supports my bias, I just apply it. That is the truth. When it supports my bias, I just apply it. But one thing you must know about CROT is that whenever we get CROT like this, CROT is simply the sweep of daily, 4 hours, or weekly or monthly lows or highs. When we sweep, let's say, a bearish low now and close bullish above it, so price is most likely to come for the high and then this high. So the person trades CROT so well, and then he sent it to me like this. Obviously, this place will be
Uh,
target one, and this place will be target two based on CROT model. And the fact that we add the most recent breakouts on weekly to the upside. So I just see that thing as price coming back to retest and then continue the buy. So that was what prompted me to drop it on the group, number one. So now this was what happened with it too. But let's go to daily. So now, but what really happened there was,
uh,
mm, this person. Okay, so if we go to daily time frame, so let me play it. Now, okay, so no, let me return back to weekly like this. Ahem. So, so overall, the structure was like this. The target was this this place as TP1 and this place as TP2. Now, the truth is, you see price took out this eye already as the eye of TP1, the eye of TP1. And now, this very CROT for this range has been completed already. It has been completed already for this single candle. It has been completed already. So because of this most recent breakout to the upside, me personally, I was expecting price to come into this level, That is it on weekly time frame. So let me remove the no, let me remove this candle that invalidated it so that you understand what I'm trying to explain well. So this was it. So me, I was still expecting price to go up into this key level, or to sweep this very guy, since we are still bullish based on this most recent breakout. So now, if you come into daily, if you come into daily, you notice that we actually add we actually had that this was the weekly rejection, and then this was the daily breakout, which confirmed that daily. Please now stop talking or you mute your mic, I beg. So this was that weekly rejection, and this is the daily breakout, Abby. Eh?
yes, 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 sir.
No, so that was the daily breakout. But look at something. This is the TP1 right here, and this is the TP2. So when price gave this daily breakout, price did almost immediate retracement into this level and then bought from this level straight up into TP1, which means that we have completed half of that setup, like 50% of that setup have been achieved. So probably we saw the setup late because it was after this move, me, I was expecting price to come into this zone. So that was why I dropped the setup because of this was a very clean breakout. And then I said that weekly reject weekly and daily breakout confirms that weekly is now bullish. Now, forgetting that weekly has already moved from weekly to where?
Weekly.
So which means it is very, very possible for price to start another storyline after taking out this CROTI, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So this buy that I saw here is the buy that is supposed to run from maybe around this place, maybe when we do with confirmation. So probably a buy that is supposed to run from around this place and TP at this level. And then now, if you know me, how I trade, I'm not a swinger. Now, so when I get a setup like this, I always leave the setup around this phase zone. So whenever when I get the breakout again to the upside like this, the breakout, I'll look for continuation to take it to the final TP. That is what I was supposed to do. But when I saw the markup of that person, so I just ignored, I did not even check any other thing. I was just confident that, okay, price might come because even around this place, if you know my entry model, you notice that my entry model is not anywhere around there except here. This is my entry, except this place. This is my entry model. One of my entry model. This is one of my entry model for reversal. So me now, I was having something like this in mind. Price drops to this place and then buy it. Now this is daily time frame. Now what could have actually saved me was waiting for price to react from here and then buy straight into this and give confirmation to buy into this place. But me, I was thinking that okay, this guy, since this eye is still standing, because when the eye of the candle is still standing and then price is coming from the low. So when price takes out the low, price will go back to this eye. So I was just so confident that okay, price is going to play out from this place and then come into this place. Forgetting that price has already hit the first weekly target here. So I had my buy entry around this QMRO level. So and then bid out. And then it fades to hold. So that was where that loss came about. So price has already hit the weekly target, number one. And then I was still focusing on buying, probably because of this most recent breakout. Now, the truth was the setup was sent to me by somebody, and originally I don't trade setup from anybody at all. I don't. You send it, I'll just say okay, thank you, then I'll leave it. But I don't know. Now, here is something that I could have done differently on my own. Here is something I could have done differently on my own. Now, let's remove these things. Now, remember, it sent the setup based on weekly time frame. It sent the setup based on weekly time frame. Now, see what I could have done. Let's go to monthly. Now, what do you see on monthly time frame? This is a continuation model for a share. This is a continuation model for a share. Is one of the entry I thought for continuations. This is one of the entry I thought for continuations. Is a QMRO level. Now, on monthly time frame, we had a price sweep previous month high and then give a CROT into a cell continuation level on monthly. So meaning that weekly breakouts, when we trade, we look for three time frame alignment, Abi now.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so it means that monthly time frame has not really agreed with what the weekly time frame is saying. And as you know, monthly time frame is stronger than the weekly time frame. Me personally, I like it when three time frames are in alignment, especially when they are higher time frame. But at this point, weekly is saying yes and monthly is saying no. But I did not pay attention to that. That was the biggest mistake. Probably because the setup was so clean and nice on weekly time frame, and then there was a daily breakout. But monthly says no. So this is just what happened. This was just what ruined that setup. Now, if you go to this thing, now this is a clear reversal pattern. Very obvious, Abby.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So, but the loss came as a result of me not looking at the monthly time frame. And based on other activities that I'm doing offline, I've been very, very busy. So normally at the end of most of the time, at the end of 4 hours candles, because I like my entries to come from around 4 hours. If trade is not moving as expected, so at the end of the 4 hours, I just come back to come and check the 4 hours and see what's happening and all of that. But I did not have any time to check through and all. But monthly time frame was not in agreement with whatever weekly was doing. So that was just it. Now, this is a clean reversal pattern. This is a clean reversal pattern. So now if you now come to the weekly time frame, you will not even notice that it's still inside even the weekly here, even the weekly right here is showing shares. Remember the cell continuation. Sorry, remember the three time frame alignment. So even here already, we have a reversal on weekly, Abby. This pattern shows a reversal pattern on weekly, Abby. QMRO and then blah blah blah. On monthly time
Yes, sir.
on monthly time frame, can you see that this monthly aligns with the weekly for a sell and not for a buy?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that was the problem with it. And it is something that if I took just 1 second to switch from here to here, it's something that I'll see without having any problem. But probably should I call it overconfidence or negligence? And going against your rules of not taking setup from other persons and all. So one thing about trading is whatever mistakes you make, you are going to pay it with USDT or Naira or whatever you trade with. So that is it's just basically one of the consequences of you not sticking to your rules. So that was just how that loss came about. So if it's something that I took just 1 second to switch from here to here, then we probably might be eating good from the shares because I think there was a confirmation. Was there? So was there a confirmation? Yes, there was a confirmation. Now, this is a weekly this inside this weekly QMRO is a daily QMRO. It's a daily QMRO. Inside this weekly QMRO like this. It's also monthly QMRO. weekly QMRO and daily QMRO for a sales, which means the 3 time frame aligns, Abi.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
now, after this, normally, this is something I will take as a direct sale. This is something I will take as a direct sale because of monthly, weekly, and daily are in alignment, and then there is inducement, and then price tabs here. So now, even if I did not want to take it as a direct entry, price also gave a confirmation on daily by giving us this most recent breakout again. So now this is the one I usually take most of the time. This is the one that I don't need to explain why this again, because after price reacted from the monthly, daily, and weekly zone, we now have a continuation model here, which we are supposed to take just like this. We now have a continuation model here, continuation model, something maybe something like this. Uh, uh, I would have get a refinement entry on 4 hours. Sha. So, but we add a daily breakout again after this first entry. Then second entry give us a daily breakout. Let me see if would have caught it on. Yeah, snap entry, snap entry. Yeah, snap entry in 4 hours. Probably maybe 20 pips stop loss on this, and then something like this. So that was just it. And then even look at what happened though. After that daily QMRO tap, after price tapped that daily QMRO, there was an external breakout showing that okay, price is ready to go bearish now. So price is ready to go bearish. So after that external breakout, no entry around there. And then there was one entry here. There was one entry here. But if you take this entry, it did not match with the daily. Yeah, it no match with the daily. Okay, so it was just after price reacted to this, after price reacted to this daily here, and then give us an entry. I don't know, Sha, it was a very sweet, clean, straightforward say. It was a very clean, straightforward say. Just that 1 seconds of not switching from this to this, that was what messed up the whole thing. If not, the best and cleanest setup so far this week. So it's that easy, simple, and straightforward. Now, what is the lesson for us here? Number one, even if you know even ahead, if you don't pay attention, if you don't follow your rules, losses will hit you. Now, because you take loss does not mean that you're actually a bad trader. And again, pay attention to details. Pay attention to details. Don't say that you are very confident in this and then you ignore what other time frames are doing and all of that. Because starting from the monthly, weekly, daily, and all of that, down to 4 hours, if we even go to 2 hours, if we even go down to 2 hours, or even 1 hour safe. In fact, these 2 hours even gave a QMRO again, a QMRO share right here, which this guy triggered. This one first entry. There were just series of shares available on this pair. Like there were so many indications that okay, we are going to sell, but due to what should I call it? Mistakes from my end, I was not able to capitalize on this. And that was how 1:12 wasted. But fair enough, we're able to rectify the problem, and I believe that a lot of you are going to put it in place in case of next time. You see how important just one time frame can be. So when alignment is not there, and alignment is not there, there is no need to force it. There's no need to force it. So that's It's just it. So I'll end the session here. I'll end the session here. Hopefully, before the end of this week, we will see something nice on the chat. But if something nice is not there, then no need to force it, because whatever mistakes you make now, if you go back to study, next week it should be a good week for you. It's not like the week has been bad for me. No, no, no. I caught gold and a BTC as well. Very good trade. But this particular one, because I made it to the public, I posted it in the public channel. So that is why I'm making this review, for you to see the reason why we got invalidated and what you should do next time when you come across setup like this. So have a wonderful day and a productive day as well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.